This is the watch that started my entire watch collection. And if I could go back in time, I wouldn't buy it. Not because it's a bad watch. In fact, it's one of the most recognizable G-Shocks ever made. But for just $50 more, I could have gotten a version that fixes almost every complaint I've had over the last few years. So today, we're talking about why my very first real watch became one of my least worn watches in my collection. Welcome back to the channel Watch Your Budget, where we unbox and review affordable watches that pack a ton of value. And today, we're going all the way back to the very first watch that started it all for me. We all have our very first watch that got us into the hobby, into the obsession, and this watch is what did it for me. So I used to be one of those guys who actually hated watches. I didn't get it, thought it was a waste of money. Why would you pay money to put something on your wrist to tell time when you can simply just pull out your phone that you have in your pocket and it'll give you the time? So as I got older, I started exploring into watches, started getting into more of the designer watches. I was buying the aesthetic, had nothing to do with the watch itself. It was how it looked and how it felt. So I wore a lot of like Michael Kors, Fossil, things of this nature. Then my Fossil watch, which was an all-black watch, similar to this watch here, I think I hit it against a table or something. Nonetheless, the mineral glass shattered. So then I had to go get a new watch. And at this point, I was like, all right, you know what? Let's actually get a watch. Let's go to a watch store instead of like a department store. So went into my local mall, went into the watch store, saw the giant wall of G-Shocks. I knew about G-Shock. I've heard of G-Shock. Obviously, G-Shock's always been pretty popular, especially several years ago. So I looked at the price tag first. I saw that there was some $100 watches. There was some $150 watches. Some of them were $200 watches. I didn't know the difference between any of these. So of course I gravitated to the cheapest one because I valued it as a commodity, not as an asset. So long story short, I ended up purchasing the 2100. And I wore this watch pretty much every single day until I started purchasing more watches. And then this watch became a watch I rarely wear. I've been wearing it recently in preparation to this video here, just to kind of get a little nostalgia and see if I still like it, if I love it, if I would buy it again. And I figured I'd talk to you guys a little bit about it. So before we go further though, let's go ahead and get the specs taken care of, because this is still a very popular watch. People are looking to buy this watch. So I'm going to kind of go over some of these specs here, which when I purchased this watch, I didn't go over any of these specs. I had no idea what the specs were, nor did I really care much. But we're looking at 48.5 millimeters lug to lug, 45.4 millimeters wide. It is 11.8 thick. It's not very thick at all, especially for a G-Shock. It's only 11.8 millimeters. Weight is only 51 grams. It is a carbon core guard construction. See the case back there. Mineral glass, and it actually has 200 meters of water resistance, but only a 3-year battery. It is a CR 2016. Now it's obviously Casio, so if it tells you 3 years, you're obviously going to get a lot more out of that. But it is not solar, and it is not a 10-year battery on a $100 watch from Casio. It does have some really cool functions. I'll be honest with you, I never used any of these functions when I bought this watch. Again, when I purchased this, the goal was just for it to tell time and to replace my Fossil watch. But it does come with world time, stopwatch, countdown timer, 5 daily alarms, an hourly signal, a full auto calendar, a hand shift feature, double LED lights, and it is obviously shock resistant. Now, when it comes to this watch and the things that I personally don't, well, let's talk about what I like about it. So the look of it is actually really nice. I love the iconic design of the 2100. That's the main reason why I purchased it. I actually like it being all black. However, that's something that actually became one of the problems over time. We'll talk about that in a second. Um, Overall design, the way it feels on your wrist, it's very comfortable. It's a G-Shock, so as far as durability goes, it's not going to get much better in the Casio lineup. Now, things that I personally did not care much about. Now, it's great that it comes with world time, a stopwatch, countdown timer, yada yada yada. But keep in mind, all of that is going to show up on this display down here. There's your world time. Good luck with that. Here's the stopwatch. Now, mind you, this is about as close, as far away as it has to be from your face for you to be able to read it. I mean, you just can't see it once it gets far enough away. To me, that was a big issue. There's your timer, your alarms. Cycle through them. As you can see, I haven't used any of these. I haven't set any of these. I've owned this for years. And then there's the date. Now, we're under a couple of lights here, so the negative display actually looks kind of decent right now. It's still super tiny, but when you get into any sort of normal lighting conditions, or God forbid it be a little bit dark outside, you can't read anything on the negative display. In fact, you really can't read much on this watch. The indices are black. Everything is black on black on black, which I thought looked super cool, but as far as functionality goes, it doesn't make any sense. Once I started purchasing other watches, I actually stopped wearing this watch altogether. Not because it didn't feel right, not because I didn't like the aesthetics. It was because I just literally couldn't use the watch. If I could do this over again, I would 100% have spent another $50 to get the solar #1. 3-year battery is just kind of annoying on a watch like this. And then I would have got a variation that has maybe black is fine. I like the black, but we need to do something about the indices being a different color. And I would never do the negative display again. Not on this watch. The resin's cool. The band's comfortable. I'll put it on wrist here so you can see it. It is super comfortable to wear. I think it looks great. But when you functionally are just trying to use the watch, which I find myself doing more and more these days, it's just really difficult to read the watch, especially at a glance. And once you get into Casio, especially the digital side, you start to appreciate how simple and easy it is to access the information you're looking for on the watch at a glance. A watch like this, it takes time to read it. And that's one of the main reasons why I don't wear the watch anymore. Tell me what you guys think about this watch in the comments. Tell me if you own one of the black on black versions. Let me know if you have the solar. Would you buy your watch again? Are you looking at purchasing one of these watches? Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. And also let me know what your very first watch was that started everything for you, like the 2100 was for me. I've got a ton of watches on deck that we're looking at unboxing. I'm actually super excited about. So make sure you stay tuned, you subscribe, because I do release a brand new video every single week. Short video today, guys, but I just wanted to show you and open up the collection and show you my very first watch and why I wouldn't buy a G-Shock again. Anyway, I look forward to seeing you guys around the corner.